So in my last video, I show you my workflow on how to design this layout from scratch, just using a screenshot. You might say that this is visually appealing, but after reviewing it, I noticed that there's a lot of mistake on the UX side. So in this video, I will show you how I will fix this layout by combining the power of ChatGPT and Gemini 3.0. As you can see in the navigation, there's a search tool and a card icon that doesn't make sense. And remember that because we use a screenshot, it kept some of the element and I didn't fix that in the previous design. Also, you can see that the mobile version is missing the logo and we don't see the icons and it's broken. And even in for mobile. So we're going to fix this and I'm going to show you how. So first, this is the initial version of my layout. So this is where I'm going to start from. So the first thing that I like to do, in Aura, we have this feature that you can export your whole layout into HTML. When it's done, I go back to ChatGPT because I have a paid subscription. That's why I'm always mentioning ChatGPT, but you can use any model of your choice, as long as you can upload a file so it can analyze it. So first off, I'm going to upload my HTML file. And since this is all code, ChatGPT can understand the layout easily because it will read through the file. So it's all HTML. So the first thing I'm going to ask is analyze this layout. So after analyzing a few seconds, the AI will give you a review of your layout based on the code. So I think it's important to read all the review to understand better and know what exactly needs to be fixed. So you see, it's pretty detailed. It goes section by section, the hero, and then it goes to the next section until the end. As you can see, the design is maybe just beautiful, but right now it doesn't make sense at all. So if I want to turn it into a full website, even though the design is beautiful, people won't use it because at the end, the flow of the website is not optimal at all. So the next thing I'm going to do is ask to optimize it for conversion on the UX aspect. Once again, I'm going to read everything. And at the same time, I think it's a good practice because you will learn your mistake and this will help you design better in the future. So just by reading the first review, I am confident that ChatGPT is understanding the task here. Okay, now the first important part is to fix the navigation menu because right now there's 3 tabs and that's it. And after a deeper review, it doesn't make sense at all. So it's important to be specific of what you need. So here I'm telling him that I want to create a full website. So he needs to review the navigation. Just from his first response, I know he understands the task because he says, since this is becoming a full multi-page product website, the navigation must shift from hero demo header to scalable information architecture while keeping your system UI identity. So just that, I'm confident that he understands what to do and what to change. Just here, you can see that it already recommends a new navigation structure with 5 tabs that we didn't have before and a CTA button. So just from there, I think we are in the right direction. Okay, now for the fun part is where we're ready to create the new prompt to feed to Gemini to fix my navigation. So ChatGPT will give me the new navigation redesign prompt. So I just copy from the top until the end, go back to Aura, and here I'm gonna paste my prompt. Since I do not want to regenerate the whole page, I like to use edit. The generation is faster because it focuses only to that specific section, and I like to keep Gemini 3 Pro. So let's see the result after just one detailed prompt. Isn't that amazing that with just one prompt, he managed to change the whole navigation menu add a CTA button, and let's see for the responsiveness. For tablet, I think it's fine, but there's too much information here. So I think I'm gonna prompt again to fix the tablet resolution. So back to ChatGPT. So I provided a screenshot of my issue that I want to fix. I'm gonna ask a prompt to fix the tablet responsiveness. So after reading the review, I noticed that he wants to keep all the 5 tabs visible, but I think that's not the best solution. So I specified that I want to see the logo and to put the 5 tabs under a hamburger menu and to show the sign in and CTA button. Once again, I will copy the whole prompt back to Aura. I'm going to paste it again and let's see. Much better. I see my logo. The hover effect works on my tabs. Let's see the responsiveness. It's perfect now. You can see the hamburger menu. The 2 button is visible. And let's see for the mobile version. Perfect. That is so amazing that you can fix your layout with just 1 or 2 prompts. Before, I used to think that if your prompt is too long, the AI will have a hard time understanding what needs to be done. But now with the new model, the AI are so smart, so you can practically give a full detailed prompt and he will understand everything. For the next part, I noticed this left sidebar that doesn't do anything at all. I think it's for decoration. So when we scroll, it disappears. So right now it's pretty useless. So back to ChatGPT, asking something like, what do you think of this left sidebar? And should I keep it or remove it? Or maybe I can add some kind of navigation to go through the section easily instead. So let's see. After reading the review, here's my final prompt. Okay, back to Aura. I paste my detailed prompt for the left sidebar. And let's see. So we have this new navigation system on the left sidebar that was replaced with the previous version. But I noticed that there's a small issue here when we hover on the section number. It's hidden underneath the hero image. So I took a screenshot, showed the issue, and I said that I noticed a small issue and how to fix it. So this is code, but I think it's pretty easy to fix. So here you read through the review. It talks about a side class. So what I like to do is go to code mode, search aside class. This is exactly the line it's referring to. So here it says to add to the class a relative z index of 40. So I'm going to copy that, replace this line. And for the next step is push the content column below the z order. So here you have to search for div class, copy it. And I think here. So sometimes you can be lost in the code, but I managed to find it. So here in the content area is the div class. So you're gonna go here and paste with the new one. So if you go back to Aura, you notice that the small issue disappeared. So now when we hover, we see the name section appearing on top of everything. So this might be difficult, but for me, I start to learn code and read it, and now I'm able to fix it, and this saves me 1 prompt. But for beginner, you can just ask Gemini to fix it, and it will do it instantly. Now you can see there's a small navigation on your left side bar. And we hover on the section, it indicates the title of your section. And at the same time, it has a scrolling animation. So that is very cool. And everything was done with just one detailed prompt. So it also worked with tablet. And for mobile, in the prompt, it says to hide the navigation because the screen is smaller, so we don't need it. So by now, you should understand how to combine the power of ChatGPT and Gemini to fix your layout and to keep the UX aspect in consideration. Now, for the next step, we have modified the navigation and the left sidebar. So now since you want to give an updated code to ChatGPT, you can export the code one more time. And now I'm going to upload the updated HTML code. And this time I'm going to focus on making the hero section better, because right now I feel there's too much information. The right image doesn't make sense. I think it's useless for now. So let's see how we can change this hero section with the 4 card, because right now it's all cramped in one tight space. So let's see how it goes. So I'm going to ask the AI to review the hero section and the 4 feature card, because I feel it's too condensed. How can I make the hero section more optimal? And I'm asking if the right block is necessary. So after reading through all the reviews, I read everything and it came out with a prompt optimized for Gemini 3.0. So let's see in real time the changes that will be made to my hero section. So I copy the prompt and I choose edit to focus only on the specified section. Keep Gemini 3.0 and click send. As you can see, this is all real time. So in a few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, we have the new hero section. Okay, now we have the iteration of our hero section. So let's analyze it together. So this section was enhanced, so I like it. So here the right section changed a bit. I'm not quite sure about it, so we'll see how it can be enhanced after. And now I have my feature card. So here we have a clear title of the section that is underneath. It's pretty good. I like the update made on the feature card. So if you compare to the previous version. So right after the hero, we have the 4 card, but there's no clear direction of what is showing. So I'm going to keep it. This section, I'm going to keep it. And I think I'm just going to modify this part. So I'm going to see what I'm going to do with this right block, because I'm not sure at the moment. So stay tuned. Okay, so I noticed something. While I like the new redesign of the section of the feature section here, it's clean, it's minimal. I noticed that the search section has the same layout. So 4 card stacked side by side, so identical. So I'm gonna fix that. But first, I noticed that the padding between the section are not consistent. So here we have a lot of padding top and bottom. Here is less, here is even less. Here the left and right is not identical to the rest. So I'm gonna fix that first to make my layout consistent. So far I have made small changes on here. I have made all the section title and spacing consistent. So here I have top and bottom padding at 20 and left and right at 12. So now it's consistent everywhere. It's cool. We even have a built-in navigation, so it's easy to go from section to section. So that was a nice addition with the redesign of the UX. So back to section 3, I want to edit this one. So now I'm gonna export my HTML one more time. So by now you should know the process. I upload the updated HTML code. I'm gonna ask the AI. So section 2 and 3 have identical layout. I need to redesign. Which one should I change? So after reading the review, it recommends to edit the section 3. So now I have a prompt. So I'm gonna paste it again back to Aura. So this is my new prompt for the section 3. So let's see the new result. And now section 3, I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna leave it like that. Now the content gets a little bit technical, so I'm no expert in that field, so I'm just gonna leave the layout like that. Section 4, I like it too. It looks different from the rest, and section 5 also. So now I'm gonna check if the pricing section is good. And maybe here I can make some changes here, because I think it's too big and takes too much space. So let's see how it goes after the review of my HTML code. Okay, before I continue with the pricing section, I want to do a mid-review of my updated layout so far. So again, upload the new HTML. So now I'm gonna ask, what do you think of the layout so far? I'm satisfied with all the changes until the pricing section. What do you think? Here is the response of the AI. So it says the visual identity is good. Hero hierarchy is clear. The sidebar navigation is a nice addition. The second section for the feature grid is good. And then I have a yellow panel here, so it needs my attention before I move on. So here it recommends that the My Hero section still feels visually dense. So I read through the recommendation. So I'm gonna modify it one last time before moving on. Okay, so I will redesign the hero. I will remove the right block image, make the animated background takes the full space, and on the right side, maybe add the active note card, 2 or 3. What do you think? If it's good, provide the new redesign prompt. So after reading everything, I'm good with the changes. So I'm gonna copy my new prompt from here. It's funny how it just put N here. Thank you, my friend, for keeping me in check. So I'm gonna copy the prompt, paste it. Now, fingers crossed. I hope the result will be good so we don't need to change it one more time. Okay, here's the moment of truth. I think I like this version. It's cleaner. It focuses on the animated background without being too distracting. The buttons are nice. The floating card makes sense. I think I'm gonna keep my layout like this. So my section are good. Okay, let's move on to the pricing section. By now you should know the workflow. I just uploaded a new updated HTML code. So I'm satisfied with all the redesign changes up until the pricing section. Let's focus on that section and see how we can enhance it better. Okay, so good recommendation. I approve. So I'm gonna copy it, paste, and here I notice that I'm using Gemini 3 Flash, so I use that to make quick changes. But for the layout, I always take Gemini 3 Pro. This is the model that excels at design. So don't forget. Now let's see. Magic. Okay, well, that was fast. Thanks to the magic of editing. Let's see our new pricing section. Pretty neat. The main card, the one recommended, is highlighted, and the rest, I like the glass effect with the background. It's nice. So I approve. I would keep it like that. Let's move on to the last section, this system ready section. Now I'm going to redesign this section because it's too big. For the last step, I'm going to upload the last updated file. So let's redesign the last CTA section. I feel it takes too much space but doesn't add any value. Let's enhance it, my friend. So let's copy the prompt. Okay, now let's see my final section. Not bad. It feels more compact and it keeps the same message. So I think I'm just gonna keep it like that. I'm satisfied with the changes. Thank you, ChatGPT and Gemini 3.0 for making my life so much easier. So now we are at the final step of the redesign. So let's review it together. So you remember the first version before we started. Yesterday, when I designed this layout, I found it very beautiful. But now, after reviewing the whole thing, I noticed that the design is too busy on the hero section. Like we have an animate background, an image that doesn't really make sense. And then we jump straight into feature card that is just underneath the hero section. So the new redesign is so much better compared to the version that I made yesterday. So let's review the final version. Wow. So this, I like it very much. So as you can see, I redesigned this section. I redo the whole menu, the navigation menu with hovering effect, adding CTA button. So CTA, by the way, is call to action. So now the navigation makes sense. The hero feels clean and less busy. I've updated the opacity of the animated background so it doesn't get in the way of the hero text. And what I like the most is the mini navigation sidebar. It's pretty awesome how you can navigate between section. So here between the section, I added more padding on the top and bottom and make it consistent everywhere. So now we have more breathing room between section. It'll feel less cramped than the previous version. I redesigned the third section. Nothing to say about this section. For the fourth section, I didn't do anything. Leave it as it is. And the fifth section, also, I like the design, so I didn't touch it. I redesigned the pricing section. It feels more premium. I like that you have like the glass effect with the background image. And then I redesigned the final call to action section, reduce the size while keeping the same message. And also I redesigned the footer to make it more like a navigation section. So yes, so we redesigned this together. I hope that you enjoyed the semi-live review together. And this is how I fix my design, especially the UX aspect, using the power of ChatGPT combining with the power of Gemini 3.0. So I hope you learned something from this workflow and this will help you design better. So if you like the video, make sure to click the thumbs up, leave a comment, and tell me what you want to see next. So see you on the next one. Bye.